everyone, Tetrick85 here, and today I thought I would start something a little bit cool. As a matter of fact, this series that I'm going to start is inspired by a YouTuber named CaniSports that does FIFA 21 career mode content. And recently he did a series on Barcelona, but he did kind of like a relegation rebuild challenge, where he relegated Barcelona to the second division, got rid of all their starting 11 players and all their good players, and he rebuilt them from the bottom up. And I figured, you know what, if he's doing that with Barcelona, I should probably do that with like another team. And as you can see, the team that I've chosen is Arsenal. And I am going to be putting them in the championship. I'm going to have it like, because of the repeated failure to make the Champions League, they suffered severe financial losses, and on top of the you-know-what that's happening in the world right now, it's forcing the current ownership to sell, and because of this, the FA is going to punish them by relegating them to the second division, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Arsenal has only ever been relegated once in their entire history, and this was way back. I think it was like in the early 1900s when they were relegated, but I think they were only sent down once in their entire history. And I'm going to have it set up where they're going to be rebuilding in the championship with new owners. And I'm going to have it where the new owner happens to be none other than Mike Ashley. Oh, one can dream, right? But, especially as a Newcastle fan, I wish he would get the hell out of our club. But, yeah, let's just pretend that Mike Ashley is running this club, giving us a shoestring budget. We have a set of constraints that we have to do. And that's what the series is going to be about. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, without further ado, by the way, hopefully you guys are having a good day today. But, yeah, without further ado, we are going to go and, start this Arsenal rebuild. I forgot to minimize that thing at the bottom of the screen for my thumbnail, but whatever. But anyway, I'm going to lay down the rules. I'm going to have the rules down in the description for you guys, but I'm just going to say them out here anyway. The first rule, the first and most important rule in this rebuild is that I must secure automatic promotion back to the Premier League in the first season. If I do not accomplish that, then this challenge has been failed. So, first and foremost, I have to complete that. And another thing I have to do too, which I'm going to show you guys here what I'm working with here. As you can see, here's Arsenal's current starting 11. By current, I mean this is the January 6th squads that I'm using right here. You can see they're playing like a loose 4-2-3-1 formation with Aubameyang, a striker, Lacazette playing behind him. You can see Thomas Partey and that, and Willian in there. You can see Bert Leno in goal. And this is the second squad, and this is the squad that I'm going to be mostly playing around with since I'm in the championship. And as you can see, this is it's not a terrible side. I mean, it's a pretty good side for a championship team, but yeah, I'm definitely going to need a new goalkeeper. But you can see, got a lot of good players on the bench, and I have a somewhat weak, or should I say on the reserves, and I have a pretty weak bench. Which takes me to my second rule. And the second rule is, I must sell everybody on my team that is 80 rated or above. You can see a lot of these players are out on loan right now. And that leads to Rule 3, which is I am not allowed to recall anybody from loan. I can send people out on loan, but I can't recall people from loan. So a lot of these players right here are going to be out on loan, unfortunately. But yeah, everybody 80 and above is going to be transfer listed. So Bernd Leno has to go. Okay, see who else? Partey, he just recently joined the club. And if by some chance I can't sell all of my 80 rated players, I must sell them, or release them rather. Willian, I believe, yeah, he just recently joined the club, I can't sell him. Lacazette, he's going to be added to the transfer list. Same with Aubameyang, highest rated player on this team, he's getting added to the transfer list. Nicolas Pepe, has decent potential to him, but I'm going to add him to the transfer list. David Luiz. I'm not going to get a whole lot for him. You can see he's only worth 6.5 and he's in the last 12 months of his contract. So I'm going to be adding him to the transfer list. And I believe that is all the 80 rated players that I can actually put out in the transfer list. So, and in case you're wondering, Joe Willock, I had accidentally made his transfer a permanent signing, but regardless, I wouldn't be able to sign him back anyway this season because, like I said, let's just pretend he's out on loan and I can't bring him back. And speaking of transfers, no need to have to sell everybody 80 rated or above, but I'm also, whatever players I bring in are going to have to be lower than 80 rated and have to be 23 years of age or younger as of September 1st, 2020. And I figured they have to be below 80 rated because it would be kind of stupid to sell 80 rated players just to bring in 80 rated players. And with the constraints that I'm putting with myself, it's going to be hard to bring in some decent players anyway, but just put you through the short list right here. You can see nobody is old, or should I say should be older than age 23. And I have all these guys scouted right now. You can see the short list, not so short, but it's just a little bit of who I'm keeping my eye on. And as far as transfer budget, obviously this is a championship side. I am not spending £80 million in the transfer budget. Mike Ashley has actually allowed us to use a quarter of that budget. Of course, a quarter of 80 is 20, so we have a transfer budget of 20 million plus whatever money we make from player sales. So, yeah, as long as we don't fall below 60 million on our transfer budget, we should be fine. If we do fall below that, then we have failed the challenge. But, like I said, I can loan players out, but I can't bring players in. I can't bring any loan players in. And another thing I want to address in terms of transfers are pre-contract signings, which, right off the bat, in order to do a pre-contract signing, the player has to be at least 23 years old. So I'm not going to be able to make any of those. The only way I'm going to be able to make a pre-contract signing is if I happen to be meeting the league objective, which is automatic promotion in Premier League, which, let me just see here real quick what the board wants me to do. Domestic Cup, I'm not too worried about that. They want me to reach the round of 16. League objective, they want me to gain automatic promotion. I don't know how long this series is gonna last, but if there's ever a season where I fail to meet my league objective, that's where the challenge will end. And like I said before, if we don't gain automatic promotion to the Premier League, then the challenge fails in Season 1. And I should say, in order to make this completely fair, I am going to be simming each and every one of the League Championship games. The only games I will not be simming is if by some chance I happen to make a cup final. But in order to make this fair, I'm simulating every single solitary league game, and I will have every simulated game shown on my camera. That way you guys can see that I'm not just going in and out of my save to get a favorable result, that it's going to be completely fair, and I am not going to have any outside influence of how this team performs. I'm not going to jump into the game, which I can't jump in. This is the Switch version, but I will not be playing any games myself. I'm going to be letting the computer do its own thing. And another rule, which I should say is my last rule. Like I said, the rules are going to be in the description, but the last rule that I probably shouldn't need to say, but I do need to stress anyway. I'm going to borrow this from Jared HD. And that is, please do not get butthurt if I end up selling your favorite player. I know there's going to be some players, especially right off the bat. I'm sure there's a lot of Aubameyang and Lacazette and Bernd Leno fans out there. There's going to be somebody you guys like that I'm going to end up selling, but that's just the nature of this rebuild challenge, unfortunately. And you can probably see on the top of the screen, Mike Ashley hired none other than Arsene Wenger to bring Arsenal back to where they belong in the Premier League. And speaking of which, before I continue on, I should say right now, I am not an Arsenal fan in the slightest. I can't say if I don't care, but If I end up getting automatic promotion to Premier League, I'll be happy. But if I end up failing this challenge in Season 1, I'm not going to get too upset either, just because I really don't have an emotional connection to Arsenal. But with that being said, I do want to try my best with the challenge for any of you that are Arsenal fans out there that are watching this particular challenge. So, yeah, I am going to do my best and see what I can do. Like I said, I don't really have a whole hell of a lot of money to spend. Like I said, I only have 20 million to spend, plus whatever sales I make. Probably my biggest sales are going to be from Aubameyang, Lacazette, Leno, and Pepe. Those are probably going to be the four that I'm going to bring in the most money for. And just because I'm selling players that are 80 rated and below does not mean that I am not open to selling anybody that's 79 rated or below. It just depends on what kind of ratings I get or what kind of offers I get for these players. But yeah, but without further ado, we're going to get started here. I've already started scouting a lot of my players on my short list. And let's just start off here by doing some training here. See, Martinelli. Smith Rowe is another one. He's been killing it in real life. I definitely want to get him to a decent rating. Holding, I'm going to give him some training. Because he's going to be my center back partner along with Gabriel. And unfortunately, I can't train any of my goalkeepers. But I'm going to train Bukayo Saka. I mean, I could train Tierney, but I think I'm going to train Saka some more. I'm going to work a little bit on this defending. I do kind of want him to be my starting left back. But we'll just see how that goes. We're going to simulate this training here. I plan on making this video a little bit longer, at least a half an hour for you guys. So let's just see if we get any kind of offers in, see what comes in. Transfer offer for Lacazette. Let's see what we can do here. 17.5 and... Okay, yeah, that's not... If I could get 25 for him, that would be great. I doubt Newcastle is gonna... Or should I say Mike Ashley is gonna be willing to pay 25 for him, but we'll see. And I thought I put in an inquiry for one of my shortlist players. Let me look here real quick. I made the shortlist off camera, which, I mean, you guys probably already figured that out, but okay, let's see. Yeah, I want to inquire about this guy. Let's do some more training. Okay. Looks like Mönchengladbach's going to pay the 25 euros for him, so... Okay, let's see what we can do. We want to see inquiry. They want 17 million for him. Oh, Newcastle want to match that offer, too. Transfer offer for Aubameyang. Let's see. Let's go for 50 mil. Let's see if they're gonna get 50 mil for him, but okay, let's see. This contract's gonna be running out. I'm surprised that they're wanting to ask that. Let's just see where, because a lot of the scouting reports should be coming in. Okay, found that code in Scotland. 48.5. You can see Lacazette's been sold, 21 million has been added to the transfer budget. Okay, we got a lot of scouting updates here. 48.5. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Okay, let's look at some of these here real quick. Fofana, 74 rated. 71 rated Lamptey. Buendia. Buendia is actually a player that I do want to get right off the bat. Let's just see here. Like I said, I don't want to fall below 60. Right now I'm 101, so I got 41, a little bit over 41 million to play with right now. So I think I'm gonna end up going in for Buendia first. He is a player that I do like. I have used him before. As a matter of fact, I used him in my Norwich career mode in FIFA 19. And he will be the first player that I'm looking to bring in from into this Arsenal side. Team is short for this position. Let's start off with 15. Let's see where their heads are at. That's probably not going to be a great offer, but let's just see who else we can get in. Okay. Edward, I do need a good striker, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to approach to buy him. 13 and 18. Put another 15 million bid. And I'll be getting money in from, hopefully the Aubameyang deal goes through. Transfer offer for Nicolas Pepe, another player that I do want to sell. Let's see. We'll do 24 and see where Leicester's head is at. And Ketia, don't worry. I do intend to making you at least a part of my team. Whether it's going to be a backup striker or what, he is going to be involved. Let's do some more training. Okay, Martinelli's starting to grow a little bit. Saka's growing and Ketia's growing a bit. Okay, let's see. Transfer offer accepted. 17 million. I'll pay 17 million for him. So hopefully I'll be bringing in Buendia and Odsoni Edward in. Okay, I know whenever I do my wage negotiations, I know that I'm overpaying most of the time, but I want to do everything I can to make sure these players get over the line. I know that's not typical. Well, actually it kind of is. I mean, that's the problem with Newcastle right now. That's why they have trouble offloading their players, is because Mike Ashley pays them an absorbent amount of wages. You see whole buttload of transfer offers here. Do I want to push Leicester? I mean, that is above his... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and accept that. I'm not going to fight with him anymore. Because I don't want them to cut negotiations short, though, either. Let's see. And here's another player that I'm very interested in, Nadim Amiri. Let's see what it's going to take for me to bring him in. 13 and 17. Oh, come on. Let me edit. Hey there, GameCube. 16. But yeah, we're going to offer a 15 million euro bid. You can see a lot of these players. Robertoni, a player I'm thinking about bringing in, 75. Brace Mendes, 75. Oscar, 75. Melendo is a 78. Gonzalez is a 76. I could actually get Gonzalez in cheaper, but I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Edward, if I'm being honest. Udokai is 76. He'd be a decent center back for me to get. Palacios would be a good center mid for me to bring in. Now I do need a new goalkeeper too, which I'll be keeping my eye out on that. Okay, let's... There we go, let's just clean out... I'm going to be going for another 10 minutes or so. When this player is sold. Bernadette. You see a whole lot of other players. Aubameyang has been sold. Okay, Ezekiel Barco is another player that I'm looking to bring in. Same with Toussaint, he's 76. Lotto, 73. Montiel, 78. I'm not actively looking to shop Hector Bellerin at right back, but if I do get a good offer for him, I will be bringing in Montiel instead. Because this guy has amazing potential. Escasibar is another player I'm looking at. Ibrahima Konaté. Almada's a 75. He'd be a good replacement. Camavinga's another player that I'm looking at. I'll probably go in for him next. Verse 73, another player that I'm looking at. You can see Norwich transfer offer accepted. He'll be given the crucial role. Okay, let's look at Bernardoni. Let's see what... Okay, he's 78 rated. And what about Larsenor? He's 77. I would definitely be going in for a goalkeeper. I just need to watch my budget, though, too. Okay, right now I have about 82 million to play with. Okay, let's see if we can get our first player over the line here. And we do! Odsonny Edouard, welcome to Arsenal. He is the first player that is joining the club. Okay, transfer offer for Bernd Leno. Here we go! Oh, I know Bayern have money. I'm going to start off with 38. Transfer offer accepted for Miri. And like I said, I know I'm paying a little bit much for these guys, but I do want to make sure I bring these guys over the line. Okay, Konaté, another player that I might be looking to bring in. I don't know, it just depends on how much money I'm pretty good in center backs. I mean, I got Gabriel and Holding that I can use, but I also have Pablo Murray, I also have Callum Chambers that I can use too, so... Center back's not exactly a priority to me. Same with left back and right back. Pretty much my back four, I feel comfortable with not changing anything. It's pretty much my midfield and my attack that I'm focusing on right now. See, Nketiah will have to take his place out on the bench because Edouard is coming in. Smith Rowe's going to be replaced by Amiri, hopefully, and then Willian will be replaced by Buendia. Okay, let's see. Players sold. Okay, we get into the 18.5 in from Pepe. Contract accepted for Buendia. Emiliano Buendia, welcome to Arsenal. Okay, 34.5. I'll accept it. I probably could squeeze a few more million out of him, but I'm not going to. And then let's add Buendia to the mix. Wait a minute. Let's keep Smith Rowe in there for now. So Buendia is in there. So my bench is pretty much going to look like Nketiah, Martinelli, and Reece Nelson. Those are probably going to be my my bench players. I do need to bring in another backup center mid. That'll probably be the next position I look for, besides goalkeeper. And then other than that, I think I'm pretty much good. If I make any other transfers, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. Saka can stay at left mid. I don't have a problem with him being at left mid. So, like I said, center mid and goalkeeper are going to be my two big. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead a little bit here. Because I'm not putting in for a bid for another goalkeeper. Actually, I should. Contract offer accepted. Nadia Amiri, welcome to Arsenal. And I do want to eventually have Smith Rowe on the bench too, if I can. Because I do want to train him up. I'm kind of want him to turn into like an Arsenal version of Frank Lampard a little bit. But anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's just go ahead and get ourselves a new goalkeeper. And we have two choices. We can get either Larson Nur or we can get Bernardoni. Bernardoni looks like he's the better player. The two. I think I am leaning towards him. Larson Nur, I would go in for him, but it says he's a leader of men, so that means Stade Brest is probably going to ask for an arm and a leg for him. I do think Bernardoni will be the cheaper option. So let's approach Angers to buy. Oh, we can't because this player just moved. Well, that makes that choice relatively simple. I'm going to have to go in for Lars Nuren, but unfortunately, one of the big stars at the club. Ooh. Let's start over double his value. My game's been kind of acting slow a little bit lately. That kind of worries me a little bit. Transfer offer for David Luiz. Okay. You know what? It's $1 million below his value, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and accept that. That's another 80 rated player that we don't have to worry about. Hopefully West Ham will agree personal terms. Okay, 20 million for... Okay, we can spend another 73 million, so I think I'm gonna go in for a center mid, I should say. And the one that I'm gonna be going after is Camavinga. Let's approach Ren to buy. Let's start off at about 20.5 and see where Ren's heads are at. Because Camavinga, I can see him being almost like a Patrick Vieira type player. And I do want to start training up Edward too. Oh, they're accepting that. Oh, that's from Stade Brest. Okay. Feel like I overpaid a little bit for him, but that's okay. 25. And like I said, I know I am overpaying on wages, but I just want to make sure I get these guys over the line. We get another 29.5 in from the Bernd Leno sale. Let's just go ahead and just skip ahead. Okay. They're not happy with the 20. Let's do... I'm going to go with 23, and they're still insistent on 25. I'll go in for the 25, but kind of want to save a few million here and there. Get another 4.7 from David Luiz. So if I'm correct, we've already sold all of our 80 rated players except for Willian and Partey, which they just recently joined the club, so I'm not going to be able to sell them. But Gautier Larseneur, welcome to Arsenal. Should go in for a backup goalkeeper. Because Runarsson isn't gonna cut the mustard, unfortunately. And you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. Partey's going on the bench. Xhaka's going up in there. And you can see this Arsenal team is already starting to get transformed a little bit. And I think I'm gonna be starting to... I'm not gonna give Saka... I'm not gonna train Saka anymore. I do want to keep training Nketiah. And I do want to keep on training Martinelli and... Actually, I do want to keep training Holding. So, Saka, I'll probably end up training him later, but I do want to train my striker. It looks like Edward... It says he doesn't have any growth, but I'm gonna still train him anyway. Because eventually he will grow, I think. And with Nketiah growing, I think that's going to be good. Smith Rowe, he's not currently on the bench, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just change his drills for now. I do want to build up Arsenal, though. Because I do want to get him a decent rating. Especially if I have any chance of getting into the Premier League. But anyway, I'm probably going to end up going up until the first game against Huddersfield before I end this video. So this is going to be a bit of a lengthy video. I do apologize for that, but you can see that's not too far away. Hopefully I can get this transfer over the line here. Let's do 15. It's a good chunk of change for a 17-year-old. And I will make him crucial. Means that El Nani's probably probably El Nani or Xhaka will be on the bench. I'm hoping the Camavinga deal goes through before the Huddersfield game. Please, 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 please. 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 Aw, crap. So we're gonna have to wait until next episode before we're able to see if Camavinga comes in, but as you can see, here is the squad right now. You can see Saka's already up to 77, Amiri at a 77, Edward still at a 75, hopefully he'll start to grow, Buendia is at a 77, Arsenal is at a 77, Burnt still needs a little bit of work to do, but, okay, let's see, but yeah, Reece Nelson will probably be on the bench for the time being, because I do want Smith Rowe to eventually be decent enough. Which I'm probably going to wait until the second half of the season to start training Smith Rowe. As a matter of fact, I will put him on the bench just until I sign Camavinga. But there is the bench, not too shabby, and you can see our starting 11. Again, like I said before, pretty good for a championship side. So Arsenal do have a lot of good depth in their team that I was able to salvage despite selling my best players, but I'm really hoping you guys are looking forward to the series as much as I am going to be doing this. Hopefully it ends up being good. I'm hoping I go more than one season on this. It would be embarrassing if I ended up failing this challenge in the first season, but we'll see how it goes. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.